Off. Seats and belts. Fastened, adjusted and secured. STBYATTD switch. On. Check standby attitude indicator off, flag retracts momentarily then switch off. Battery switch. On. Instrument light / emergency light switch. As REQ. Master caution light. Reset. Cockpit interior lights. As REQ. Flight controls. Check freedom of movement of pedals and cyclic, then center the controls. Check. Force trim switch, on collective. On. SCHLT switch, on collective. Off / stow. LDGLT switch, on collective. Off. Throttles. Rotate throttle to idle stop. Check. Activate idle stop release switch, then open throttles. Check. The idle stop release relay has a 5-second delay. Rotate back to idle stop, activate idle stop release switch, then close throttles. Check. RPMing / DECR switch. DECR to minimum and hold 5 seconds. Fuel quantity gauge. Check. Instruments. Static positions. Altimeter. Set. Clocks. Set and running. Magnetic compass. Check. Fire extinguisher switches, engine 1 and engine 2. Norm. Agent release switch. Centered. Baggage fire light. Checked for illumination. Caution panel BRT / dim switch. As REQ. Caution panel test button. Press. Check that all caution panel and warning lights remain illuminated while pressed. Fuel valve switch, engine 1. On. Fuel prime switch, engine 1. On. Fuel intcon switch. Off. Gen 1 and 2 switches. Off. Fuel valve switch, engine 2. On. Fuel prime switch, engine 2. On. Seat belt switch. Off. Cabin and bag light switch. Off. No smoking switch. Off. Co-pilot vent BLO switch. Off. Anti-eye switch, engine 1. Off. Co-pilot pitot HTR switch. Off. Number 1 and 2 hide switches. On. Pilot pitot HTR switch. Off. Anti-ice switch engine 2. Off. Pilot vent BLO switch. Off. Anti-call LT switch. Off. POSN LT switch. Off. STBYATTD switch. Off. Interior lighting. As REQ. WSHLD wiper switch. Off. ECS switch. Off. Pilot instrument lights. As REQ. Co-pilot instrument lights. As REQ. Rotor brake. On. Check that both rotor brake warning lights illuminate on the caution panel. Rotor brake. Off. Verify the handle snaps into place and the lights extinguish. Seat belt switch. On. No smoking switch. On. Anti-call LT switch. On. POSN LT switch. On. Rotor blades. Clear. Caution, ensure rotor brake is released before starting engine. Check. Start engine 1 switch A euro press once ensure start light on. Starting. Caution panel illuminates and NG indicates rotation. Caution, do not open the throttle before 11% NG RPM. Throttle engine 1, slowly rotate the throttle to introduce fuel at 11 to 12% NG RPM. Check. Caution, do not exceed 9008 degrees C MGT or 8328 degrees C for more than 12 seconds. If engine fails to start within 15 seconds, then close the throttle and press the abort start switch. Cold weather starts may require use of the start assist switch. If below -268 degree C, -158 degree F, actuate as required to expedite NG acceleration to idle, 70% NG RPM. Throttle engine 1 rotate to idle stop. 70% NG RPM. Check. Engine 1, out warning light should extinguish above 60% NG RPM. Check. Gen 1 switch. On. Check that DC Gen 1, caution light extinguished and ammeter indicating a load. Bus 1 INCAN switch. On. Engine 1 fuel prime switch. Off. Utilize the same procedures for starting engine number 2, substituting a Euro OE2 a Euro 4 a Euro OE1 a Euro beginning at a Euro start engine 1 a Euro above. Hydraulic oil gauges. Temperature and pressure indicating normal. Check. Transmission oil gauge. Temperature and pressure indicating normal. Check. Engine 1 throttle. Activate idle stop release switch, then slowly open to full. Observe rotor RPM stabilizes at 96% NR. Check. Engine to throttle. Activate idle stop release switch, then slowly open to full. Observe rotor RPM stabilizes at 96% NR. Check. Engine 1 and 2 anti-ice switches. As REQ. Doors. Secured. Seat belt switch. On. No smoking switch. On. Passenger seat belts. Fastened. Caution and warning lights extinguished. Check. Fuel quantity. Check. Transmission oil. Pressure within normal operating limits. Check. Area clear. Check. Hover power. Check. Seat belts and no smoking switches. As REQ. NP RPM 100%.